Hey, welcome back to Sports Card Connections. We're here for a weekly update on the 90s through the mail autographed card contest that I'm a part of. After the contest, I'll be doing more of my regular format, which is going to be talking about the history of cards, different sets, a lot of international cards, and just trying to show some things that maybe you don't see every day. But in the middle of this contest, here we go with the returns I just got. I sliced open the envelopes, but did not pull the card out, so I don't know who's who. This one's coming from Tampa, Florida, and Rich Monteleone. Played in Japan, but I did not have a Japanese card to send. There he is at AAA for the Yankees at Columbus. Okay. Coming back from Philadelphia, I'm guessing Ruben Amaro Jr., and it is. I got his dad years ago for the 68 set. And here he is as a young player for the Angels 92 Topps. Next, from Dallas. Who do we have? Oh, we got Pat Combs. Pat Combs, 90 Fleer. And that upper deck card with the Phillies. John 14:6, Romans 10:9 and 10, and he included his promotion for his book, More Than the Score, with an endorsement by Focus on the Family. You can pause it if you want to email Pat. He's a really, really, really good signer. Got two on the Phillies from 90 and 92. Coming from New Orleans, another AAA card, and a guy whose name people have trouble saying. He did make it up with the Yankees. I checked on one database how to pronounce baseball names, and it said Mama Hat, M-A-M-A, but of course it's spelled, looks like Mama Hat, but it said you should say an A, Mama Hat. Anyways, there he is. Definitely a unique name. AAA Columbus. Coming back from New Orleans. Next from Las Vegas. See what we got. Oh. Canadian Football League. Ray Elgard with the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Oh, that is great. This is a 1991 card with the Roughriders. And he was out of the University of Utah. And he had a great career in the CFL. Wow, that came back really, really fast. In fact, that came back in 2 days. Mailed December 1st, got it back December 3rd. Ray Elgard. It's a great set. It's very inexpensive, the all-world CFL set. You can get it for next to nothing. They really overproduced it, but perfect for sending out. Oh, he also signed the back right on. Ray Elgard, number 81. It's on the back of my index card. Okay, it's my first CFL return. Greensboro, North Carolina. Mark Dewey, New York Mets, and he included also his own card when he was on the Giants. Psalm 99, and I think it gives his testimonies. The other guys have gotten it. Yeah, he's got his major league career and his testimony as a Christian. Fantastic. Mark Dewey. Got some minor league cards of him. He wrote Luke 2, which is the Christmas story, on his Fleer card. Mets and Giants. Oh, that's great. Okay, Phoenix is next. And Bo Allred. He was a big prospect with the Indians. I'm going to stop sending these plastic things because if they use a Sharpie, I've noticed sometimes the ink will stick to it. So I'm just going to take a shot and send them anyways. We have a scorecard, 91 score with the Indians, and a 90 CMC AAA card at Colorado Springs. Bo Allred, he came back. All of these, by the way, this time around came back 3 days or less except 2 of them. One was 9 days and one was 5 days. So these were all extremely fast returns. Here's one from Indianapolis. 92 tops to get Skeeter Barnes. Loved Skeeter when he was on the Tigers. Utility guy. Could play any position. Great signature on the 92 tops. Jackson, Mississippi. And we have Chris Snopek of the White Sox. When he was a prospect, Acts 4:12, he added a verse. There he is on these Fleer prospect cards. 96, one of the later cards I've sent out. Usually my stuff I'm sending out's early 90s. Oh, that's great. Always been a White Sox fan. My friends who are all Cubs fans, sorry. I know that hurts. This one's back from who knows where. Blank. Came back December 4th. And it's Jack Doherty. From the Dallas area, 2 with the Rangers, 90 Fleer, 92 tops. He also played in Japan. Didn't have a double to send him. Okay, a very interesting autograph. So 2 from Jack Doherty. This one did get the postmark from Dallas. And it's Danny Darwin. Darwin is a fantastic signer. There's a 96 Fleer with the Pirates really late in his career. There's a 90 Fleer with the Astros. Always does the diagonal signature. Always looks great. His cards go back to the late 70s. He played a long time. Great pitcher. His brother Jeff played as well with the White Sox. In fact, we talked to his brother Jeff when he was way down in short season A on a trip up north. He was with the Bellingham Mariners. Phoenix, Arizona for Kip Gross. Now, this is one I would love to have had. He'd have a very successful career in Japan. I'd love to have had a card to send with him, but there he is with the Dodgers. He was also with the Reds. He did very well in Japan with the Nippon Ham Fighters. This one got creased top to bottom in the trip. But it's back and signed. Stadium Club, 1993. There's his rookie card pictured on the back with the Reds. And the last one, coming from Atlanta, Ron Gant. Now, Gant was a great player. He signs for everybody. Very good signer. And there he is with the Reds. Of course, most of his cards, and people think of him with the Braves. Also spent a year with the Angels, briefly with the Rockies. But I love that when the Reds are wearing that uniform. I really like that uniform. I had this double, so off it went. So Ron Gant signed. So there we go. We should have 13 for this week. And now, as I've been doing, I'll show some of my older ones to complete the video. Here's a 68 Len Gabrielson. He is still a very good signer. And he's such a nice guy. I remember a Dodger preseason game in 1971. And Vin Scully from Vero Beach said the team had gotten a call the night before from Len Gabrielson, who had been released and retired, wishing the team the best for 1971. I thought, wow, how many guys would do that? So anyways, there he is with the Dodgers. Renee Latchman, of course, he's been well known as a manager and coach for years. Beautiful shot with the Kansas City Athletics, ruined by Topps with their ridiculous airbrushing of the top of the hat black. Should be that same bright green with a white KC on it. But this is the year that the Athletics moved from Kansas City to Oakland, so Topps, horror of horrors, didn't want people to think they were using last year's pictures, even though that's what they've done their entire history. And so they were trying to fool you by giving you a mystery hat. It didn't fool us when we were little. Yankee great Roy White, another guy that played in Japan and did very well. But here he is in 68, a high number, the last series. The 68 last series are a little easier than some of the other high numbers. But Roy White succeeded Mickey Mantle in center field for the Yankees. And apparently this just does not want to focus. Oop. Bingo. Yeah, that helped. Anyways, Roy was from LA, played his whole career with the Yankees until going to Japan in 1980, with the Yomiuri Giants. Next we have a very popular player, Puerto Rican Jose Pagan. This is supposed to be a 68 tops. I sent him a 68 tops. He sent back the TCMA Stars of the 60s. And I never did get a 68. If anybody has a 68 they want to trade for this, I'll be happy. He sent the wrong card back. Oh well. What can you do? Next, a 68 Tom Satriano. He had a great autograph. Angels catcher. Finished with the Red Sox in 70 and 71. He still lives right here. He went to USC. He's a local Southern California guy. He was a big phenom when he signed with the Angels. And a very nice autograph, as you can tell. Next, we'll switch to American football. Hall of Famer Joe Green. Many people jumped on the bandwagon of the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 70s when they won a bunch of championships, when the Steelers had never won a playoff game before, and suddenly they had all these fans. But he was one of the standouts of that team, and made a famous ad for Coke where he tossed his uniform to a little kid fan, and that made the rounds on TV. He was very, very popular. Hall of Famer, I don't know if he signs now. I got him when he was an assistant coach with the Steelers in the 80s. Here's one of the strangest autographs. Chris Hamburger, Hall of Fame football player, still signs, but they're better looking than this thing. All red, and I had no doubt, that actually what it says is Chris Hamburger, number 55. But, when you write red on red, it's a little hard to see. But I got him. And spent his whole career with the Redskins. A great linebacker. Next we have a 68 Woody Woodward with the Braves. And his cousin is Oscar-winning movie actress Joanne Woodward, married to Paul Newman. 2 Oscar winners. Anyways, that's her cousin. He later became general manager of the Mariners. He was a light-hitting shortstop, second baseman, Braves and Reds. It's a nice 68 tops. Going to Japan, Wales third baseman Tomio Toshiro. He sent me a long letter when I got this signed explaining he'd broken his leg and they were switching him to third base for the year. He played a long time, whole career with them. Then he became, I believe he owns a noodle restaurant in Japan. Just recently got Bob Alietta, catcher with the Angels. He signs very well. He only on a few cards. He's on a couple of minor league cards as well. That's a 76 tops. Will be his last major league card. Back to Japan for all-star third baseman Mitsuru Fujiwara with the Hawks. Signed my 79 TCMA. I'm more than halfway there, but a few players have died, and it's just, some of them are very, very difficult. But Fujiwara I did get. And a whole career with the Hawks. Here's a guy who should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Waltz, great offensive lineman. Chargers and Redskins. Got this 1972 tops to Jeff Waltz. He had a tough life after football, a lot of nagging pain from injuries, drug issues to try and kill the pain. He lost lawsuits against the NFL. He had it rough, but he was a great, great player. Should be a Hall of Famer in my opinion. Next, Doug Hart, one of the great Packers of the Vince Lombardi championship teams. If you're looking for the autograph, keep looking. I don't like it when they do that, but that's where he signed it, D. Hart on the back. So, you get what you get. But Doug Hart, that's his only tops card. Next we have a 68 Vern Fuller with the Indians. He's on 3 cards, 68, 69, 70, all with Cleveland. That picture taken at spring training in Tucson, Arizona. And a nice signature from Vern Fuller. Frank Castro, who played all over, infield and outfield, has a tiny signature. As you can tell, he got the whole thing on his shoulder. So there he is with the Twins. Picture taken at Yankee Stadium with the tiny autograph, but that's how he signs. The opposite is Andy Costco. You have no doubt who signed that card. He makes it well known. That's the year he went to the Yankees from Minnesota. Next year he'd go to the Dodgers. Had a lot of power. Never really put together a giant year, but was had a really good year with the Dodgers in '69. Next we have the old dual-signed rookie cards. This one was tough. Larry Colton on the left was only in a couple of games. And Dick Thonen was in exactly one game. So they never they made it to the majors, but neither one stayed. Larry Colton got on 2 rookie cards, also in '69, where they just repeated the picture. This is Dick Thonen's only card. I got them both. Thonen, years ago, he had a restaurant in Oregon, and Larry Colton is in Portland. So both of them were from Oregon, but finally completed the card. Colton was tough before. I'd read an interview with him where he said, ha ha ha, I had a roommate who signed a lot of cards, so I really didn't want to send to him till the situation had changed. I didn't feel like getting his roommate to sign it. Another one I just completed this year is the Tigers rookie card. Fred Lasher, that picture's with the Twins, with whom he never played. Spring training shot when he was a young kid. And George Corrence is a Canadian, and Corrence I didn't have a good address for, and finally got him in Florida earlier this year to complete the card. Corrence is on 2 rookie cards. Lasher lasted through 1971. And finally, we got Hal Lanier. Hal's dad pitched for the Giants and Cardinals, late 40s, early 50s. He was an all-star. His son Hal was a light-hitting shortstop, Giants and Yankees. But Hal also is a card collector. A couple of his cards even mentioned on the back, Hal collects baseball cards. Later on, he managed the Astros and then managed a long time in independent baseball. So there we go for this week. Hopefully we have a lot more returns next week, and we can revert to our real format later on after the contest is over. So thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate you watching, and see you next time. Bye.